I spoke a lot about how the admission committee looks at various factors when selecting a candidate, when trying to make a decision on who to take into their programs. These are some of the factors. These are definitely not exhaustive, and certain universities don't necessarily look at all of these aspects, but these are aspects that are relevant. I want to, in this stage, I don't really want to talk about what these things are. You probably already know what these are. What I want to do is try to help you figure out why they have these different criteria and what role it plays in helping them make a decision. So for instance, if they look at your academic performance, that helps them understand that you will be able to perform consistently in the academic realm. When you're doing your Bschool program, it's an academic program. They want to know that you're capable of performing consistently, that you won't drop or that you won't be inconsistent. That gives them an idea about that. They also want to look at your work experience, because obviously that's going to determine how you probably will be during the program and after the program, whether you will make a good fit for this program, and also whether your work experience is diverse enough and also relevant enough to be put in their classrooms. Letter of recommendations. Obviously they'll want you to give recommendations from, or get recommendations from, a few of your colleagues or mentors to help them understand that you are actually what you say you are. And also the statement of purpose and essays, and these are in many of the universities, these are a huge part of your application, where you write about yourself, your passions, about what you have done, and even explain some of your inconsistencies if there was a genuine reason for that. And the statement of purpose can be a very persuasive element in your application process. So the statement of purpose helps them understand who you are as a person, what kind of person you are, what makes you tick, what are your passions, what kind of perspectives do you bring in if they take you into their program. Will you make a good fit into their college and their program? So you realize that they're looking at your work experience, your analytical ability, right, from your academic records. They also look at your extracurriculars and hobbies to see if you're a multidimensional person. They also look at who you are as a person through your statement of purpose, and they also verify that you are who you say you are through your recommendation letters and your references. What then is the purpose of the GMAT itself? Why do they want to see your GMAT score? It's definitely not to see if your math and quant are good. What use is math and verbal, theoretical understanding of those two things for a business administrator? Doesn't make much sense, right? So you'll realize that what they actually need is one of the other metrics that they don't really, or they can't really test through these other factors, which is, are you able to make the kind of decisions, are you able to think in a way that is required of a business administrator, right? So these involve several factors. These involve factors like stress management. This involves factors like being able to make quick decisions in stressful situations, ability to prioritize things in situations where you don't have much time. Again, time management is another aspect. Whether you're able to sustain your performance over a long period of time. Again, I will explain all of these things. So actually what the GMAT tests you are those abilities, are those aspects or qualities of who you are. Right? It's not really a test of mathematics and English. Not really. It tests them in those aspects, or through those mathematical and English basis, but it's not really a test of theory in any way. It's rather a test of so many other aspects that make a good manager. And there have been a lot of studies done, a lot of research done to show that in fact it is a relevant test. The GMAT is actually a test that gauges these metrics. And there are studies out which show that people who score high on the GMAT, 700, 720 plus, the higher their GMAT is, there is a direct correlation with how well they perform in their Bschools, in their programs, and also how well they perform in their post-MBA work experience. And also that relates to the salary that they get. People with higher GMAT scores, it was found, tend to earn much more after their post-graduation, after their MBA.